Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker, as we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. Texas. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Ole Miss offense takes the field for the first time today. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
And the quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Give to the back. At the 35, he's open. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. And they get him down.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at second and short, second and medium. Everything in the playbook is open to me.
And the Rebels will move the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Catch in the middle. It's Bloomberg. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Give to the running back. Tackled, but he has a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Offense gets set for second down. Dropping back, it's Gibbs. He makes the connection. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. From the gun to Give, looking for room. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this quarterback started taking a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Ole Miss! They grab the early lead.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this score.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Longhorns offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You've got to be careful. And, David, I like these guys, too, because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Went to the running game on 3rd down and picked up 5, but still a couple of yards short. It's 4th and 2.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
Finds his man, and they convert. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Looking to move it through the air. He lets one fly deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Longhorns! That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
The give to the back. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Gibbs. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Gets away from one, finds room. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for space, it's Cole. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Hawaii is ahead in this one, but unlike the playing days of Colt Brennan and Timmy Chang, this has not been a blowout today in Aloha Stadium. They're up by 7 over New Mexico. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. There's a live football. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Oh, man, how about that? You get your first carry. You're so excited, trying to make a difference, trying to make a play, trying to prove yourself, and you coughed it up. That's not a good start. First carry to fumble it, give it to the other team.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on defense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. The inside handoff. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. Power football with the run. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. One final play before the end of the quarter. The give to the running back from the shotgun. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Here we go. Looking to throw, it's Walters. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Offensive players know where the ball is going. Defensive players don't. Great job by the DB adjusting to the football, seeing it, playing the wide receiver, and making sure he can't catch the football.
They'll run it from the gun. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Here's the handoff. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play. They get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Let's go. Might as well give it to him again. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Winston. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw which can help them get that going.
Just a simple power play, power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Walters. Unleashes one deep. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
He's got that bayou speed, like I run bayou. You can call it whatever route you want to call it, but does a nice job winning at the line of scrimmage, getting behind the DB, runs, catches it right in the end zone. Big play for this offense. Nice throw, nice catch.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play clock. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Had to throw it before he wanted. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Got it set up on the outside. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll try the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. The Longhorns get enough for the 1st down.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They're going back to the ground. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Going right down the boulevard. And that's going to give us a tie ball game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Utah. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
He uncorks one deep. He caught it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Fair catch called for and made. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. Wants to throw. It's Walters. Trying to beat the D deep. And he reels it in inside the 30. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll give it to the back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to two of the best receiving core in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll leave it with him. Can't get him to the ground. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. To the air, it's Walters. He's got his man. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Give to the single back. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. He's back to throw on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They'll run for it on third and short. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. He's looking to throw it. It's complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Caught in the backfield, it's Hussein. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. It's complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up fourth down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And that is no good. And here in the third quarter, it is still a tie ball game. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Rides to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Facing a third down and short from the 26. Let's go. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Rebels moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Gibbs. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Texas! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Hawaii is ahead in this one, but unlike the playing days of Colt Brennan and Timmy Chang, this has not been a blowout today in Aloha Stadium. They're up by 7 over New Mexico. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Grabs it in the middle. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Going up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. It'll be a draw. Running with power. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. And the Rebels are on the move. right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Quick release on the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass. It's Gibbs. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Texas offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with it.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. It's incomplete, and will change ends of the field now. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner goes down.
When you're a return specialist, you're trying to make huge plays. You only get a couple cracks out of the game. You want to make something happen. Unfortunately, he put on the turf. At least his team recovered. But I will say this. The conversation on the sideline, it won't be fun with the special teams coach.
Looking to pass. It's Gibbs. Trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's at this point of the game where you've got to have great pass protection if you're going to come back and win. You're only down 1 possession here. You need to give this guy time. They just weren't able to do it on that last one. That's why it's incomplete.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. To the ground with the back. Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Takes the handoff. It's Cole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Pressure coming. It's complete on the right side. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Amaro. Touchdown, Rebels! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking. Understanding right away, dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. Good timing. Good decision by the quarterback getting it out quick.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down here for the offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give from the gun. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Walters. Gonna take a shot. And he makes the grab at the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! They move on top here in the fourth. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Line gets set, first down. He'll start this drive firing. Forced out of the pocket. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Rebels in the hurry-up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
He leaves it with his back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Using his legs, it's Morrison. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming.
29 Philly, 2 non-Ravens.
They'll ride the hot hand. He's into the open down the middle. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Texas! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Amaro. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Gibbs. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. He wants to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. They want to just keep throwing it. Setting up the screen. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. The snap sets up the throw. They'll run the screen.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking deep down the right side. And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pivot.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together